Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to make it so that we can get single class info and get the single class page. But before we do that, you'll notice at the bottom we have latest classes, and it's on every page. It's on even the, when we go to the class details. And I don't want that. I only want it on the home page. Alright, so what we need to do is create a conditional. Alright, we want to do this in the layout handlebars, and this is where it's being spit out, is this classes. So what we need to do is I'm going to create a function in the app.js file, and we're going to go down to where the global variables are, so right here. And in here, I think it'll work if we do it in here. We're going to say if request dot URL is equal to slash, then let's see, then we'll say res dot locals dot is home will be equal to true. Okay, so if we're at home, then this variable will equal true. Alright, so save that, and then we'll go to layout, and right here we'll say if is home, then we want to display the classes. Whoops. And now I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Okay, so we'll reload. Okay, classes are showing at the home. Go to classes, and they're not. Perfect. Alright, good. So back to the single class view, which is here, and the URL is correct. We want classes slash, and then the class ID, and then details. Alright, so let's start with the routes file. If we go to routes classes, so for now I'm just going to copy this. Alright, and then we want to change this path to slash ID slash details. And then we want class dot get class by ID. Okay, we're going to create that function. Let's do that now. So we'll go to class.js. Okay, this is the model. This is in the models folder. And let's say fetch single class. Okay, so we'll do module dot exports dot get class by ID, and that'll be equal to a function, and the function will take a callback. I'm sorry, it'll take an ID and a callback. Alright, and all we're going to do here is say class dot find by ID, which is a Mongoose method, and we want to pass in the ID and the callback. Alright, save. So let's go back to classes.js, and inside this get class by ID, I'm going to change this to, I'm going to change it to class name, because we actually can't use the word class because it's a reserved word. So I'm just going to change it to class name. And then down here, let's see, we want to render classes slash details, and we're going to pass in class for the variable we'll use, and then we're going to pass that class name. Alright, and we want to get rid of this 3 here and the comma. Okay, so that looks correct. So now we need to create the view. So we're going to go to Views, Classes, and create a new file. Save it as details.handlebars. We should now have access to the class properties. So let's make a heading here, and I want it to just be the name of the class. So we should be able to do class.title, and let's just check that. Okay, so we want to go to class details. Looks like these don't have the correct link yet. So click this one. Oh, it's just loading. That's weird. Okay, so the issue is we called get class by ID, but we didn't include the ID. So right here, we need to specify request.params.id. All right, so let's reload. Okay, now, whoops, what happened? Oh, I didn't put a comma. Alright, so classes HTML 101, and there we have the title. Alright, so back to the details.handlebars. Let's go ahead and create a paragraph. And I just want to include the instructor here, so I'm going to open up some strong tags, and we'll say instructor. Okay, and we'll just put class.instructor. Okay, now for the description, let me just copy this. And we don't need, I don't need this. All right. So the next thing, we need the lessons. Okay, we don't have any lessons in the database, but when we do, we need to loop through them. But I'm just going to paste this here for now. Just an unordered list, and we're going to say each class.lessons, then we're going to spit out the lesson title. Alright, and then we need a conditional, because if the student is logged in and signed up, then they'll be able to click a button that registers them for the class. If they're not, then they're just going to get a message that says you must be logged in to register. So I'm going to paste this in. Okay, we're testing for user, and that'll go along with passport once we set that up. Then they'll see a form if they're actually logged in, and that's going to get sent to students/classes/register, and then we're going to have a bunch of hidden inputs for the user ID, the class ID, and the class title. Alright, if they're not logged in, they'll just see this message. Okay, so let's save that. And it might give us errors at first because we don't actually have a user. Oh no, that's good. That's fine. Alright, so you must be logged in to register. So that's what we want. You can see if we click here, it's the PHP class. So I think that we're all set as far as the front-end public content. Next thing we need to do is implement the login system. So basically the user object, and we'll do that next.